Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 3 of season 2 of Arcane. In the last episode, things were not exactly as they seemed. You know, Jinx was not responsible for the attack up top. She was still just kind of trying to figure out where to go and what to do after everything that happened in the previous season and the fallout of that. You know, we have all these different gangs clamoring for power, and it was one of those that actually instigated the attack up top. And then, you know, we saw that Vi and Caitlyn are down here enacting these strikes on these various gangs in response. Meanwhile, Viktor has awoken, completely transformed, and has started basically a pilgrimage back to the Undercity to help those disenfranchised and corrupted by Shimmer. You know, we left off in a really interesting spot at the end of the last episode, so let's just get ready to hop into this one, guys. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you come here to the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up the time codes to react to the entire episode. Over there, you get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover on the channel. You also get to suggest and vote what movies to react to each month. This is a great way to support the channel, help us do the things that we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. And with that all said out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 3. Finally got the name right.
But remember, you're a Kiramman.
The rise of industry and efficiency has led to the air becoming increasingly toxic. Call it the Grey. I've instructed our
The Grey.
to devise a ventilation system. The people of the underground deserve to breathe.
Oh, okay. They're manipulating these systems to release that exhaust. That's what this is. Oh, God. Oh, it looks like it has some very adverse effects. But it's the result of their progress, as they said. The exhaust from their factories. And she's weaponizing it for their strikes. Dude. This show never fails to be visually striking. Wow. Hopefully they're relocking these things so they're not just letting it out running wild down here. Oh, lovely. Oh, that is so fucked. Like their intestines and organs spilling out of these little dolls that she's got strung up from these ropes, these nooses. But it looks like Jinx is even using them against them as well, because one of her traps was embedded on one of these pipes. Lovely. Chemical warfare, exactly what we need right now.
Tell us how you wound up here.
Hey, wait. Jinx is off the rails, even for her. She's got a real fire lit under her ass. She's planning something big. She was headed towards the old tunnels. Something about rerouting the vents.
This is it then. Cuff him.
Hi! I told you everything I know!
You're a confessed criminal. Check your gear. This is what we've trained for. Can I get a minute?
Yeah, she's become hardened by all of this.
Audience was uninteresting. The second, inappropriate for someone of your station. The third, plain annoying.
Seriously, is that Darius?
So tell me, Amirah, what does a member of Piltover's Merchant Guild want from me?
I'm not here representing the guild. I've come here to settle a debt.
My bookkeeper is down the hall.
What you've stolen is more precious than any gold.
Oh, whoa, what was that? Oh, whoa!
Did you truly believe Piltover was beyond our reach?
Oh, is she running from someone? Yo, whoa!
My son is dead. Is that not enough to sate your bloodlust?
I haven't insulted your intelligence, Ambessa. Do not insult mine. We know what you're chasing in Piltover. We will not allow it.
Allow? Your visit only confirms my suspicions.
Yeah.
Try to stop me, insolent witch!
My death means nothing. You should have given up the feud.
You have no
Wow.
clue what family is to me.
Good God, that was visceral.
Perhaps it's time we involve Mel.
No. We must distance ourselves. She's safer as our enemy.
Oh, she's pushed her away to keep her safe. Okay, but there is something else going on here. Is that Zyra? I mean, that's the only rose. I mean, there was this snare, the CC as well, but there was like that magical, like ethereal element to it.
He not idiot is telling the truth. Jinx is gonna have surprises in store for us.
All the more reason to bring backup.
She'll smell their nerves a mile away and find a way to use them against us.
I can't let her get away again. Are you sure you're
My
ready?
sister is gone. There's only Jinx now. It has to end. I'm so sorry about your mother. I'm sorry I can't bring her back, but please, everyone in my life has changed. Promise me you won't change.
Oh.
I won't.
You could have left those on. I still don't know if any of those other people are champions or not. I'm sorry.
Out. It's time. Rally every house and family with even a modicum of influence. Can you manage that?
For certain? Yes, of course. Whatever you need.
There is another matter concerning your guild merchant, Amirah.
My question is, was that actually Amirah, or was she like taken over? Like, was that power her own, or was that somebody speaking through her? I wasn't 100% certain about that.
What did she want?
I don't know. They kicked me out before I could hear any of it.
We both know you heard every word.
You're using me to get to her. And then what? You take what you need, hang me out to dry? I'm expendable?
No, no one is expendable. Everything with my mother is a calculated risk. I'd love to promise your safety, but I can't make any assurances other than this. If my mother gets what she wants, the whole city will suffer.
They're setting up some big announcement. All the who's who, aiming to take over and put Sallow in the hot seat. But we know who's really pulling the strings. I caught a name, Amirah. I don't know what you make of that. Here, brand new cocktail, all the rage. It's made with shimmer, leaves traces on the body. That should be all you need to shut Sallow down.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Dangerous as she is, your mother was spooked like a cat backed into a corner.
This is all a desperate calculation on her part from whatever she's running from. What if that'll be like our other series, following all of that?
Viktor hypothesized that there may be something he called wild runes. Patterns that would occur naturally where the border between our world and the Arcane is thin.
Runes like the ones you use in Hextech.
Oh.
What's the difference between those and wild runes?
Pass me a tome. So I used words you understood in order to elicit your action. This is what Hextech runes are. Pass me a tome. Pass me a tome. There, you sighed. A sound, but not words. Something raw, natural. That's wild runes. Most places the arcane is dormant, but here and there, it's more active, and wild runes are...
Sort of like its fingerprints.
Wow, interesting.
So you're telling me that pattern is on my tree because you pissed the arcane off with all your demands?
Ah!
That's not what I...
Oh, the lad may be onto something. Every action sparks
Wow.
a reaction.
That's interesting. All their forced attempt to communicate with it, it's talking back.
We tested our Hextech under every conceivable condition for years. There's some reaction taking place. How come we've never seen any sign of it until now? And why would it appear on a tree? Deep under ground.
Go on. Damn it! Oh, is there like an ancient temple or some shit buried down here? That's what that looks like.
Your source panned out. I've confirmed Sallow met privately with members of several houses today.
Did you look into the other matter?
There's a rat's nest of misinformation surrounding your brother's passing. Whomever he crossed knows how to cover their tracks. Moreover, it seems they've managed to strip your mother of most of her holdings.
She's desperate, which makes her all the more dangerous.
What is going on?
Part of the hex gates? We must be at least 200 feet below the surface.
The entire structure is a channel, focusing the hex-tech energy into a precise beam.
Damn it. All this bouncing around, man. Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. Who's that? We saw a painting of that figure that's on that wall on the back of this area, one of the alleys in Zaun. Whoa.
I thought the gemstone mesh was installed above ground.
We weren't sure what would happen if the gate overloaded, so we installed a failsafe at the base.
These are the same utility ducts that carry our water and facilitate our ventilation. And that would explain it affecting the tree.
Oh, wow. Oh! There's the corruption. What the fuck just happened?
Finally got the name right.
Name of the episode.
Guess there really isn't a crack in the earth where you won't find me.
What is this place?
Don't you remember the old Jana bedtime stories Vander used to tell us?
Jana.
Trapped underground, air running thin. But then some wispy wind woman washed to their rescue.
Wow.
Wild, the kind of crap people get up to when you choke them out.
We used the Grey to clear the streets.
We never thought my sister would turn blue.
Never thought mine would orphan kids.
Ooh.
Why not? Done it to myself enough.
Oh.
I'm done blaming myself for your mistakes. Done pretending you're my sister. You're not. You killed her. I'm not gonna let you stain her memory anymore.
Then stop me. No matter what I do, I just can't seem to die.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Jeez. It's not actually her though, is it? Wow. I knew it couldn't be that easy, but it gave away Caitlyn's position.
I know you're sweet on her. Hope you got a chance to, you know, before.
I'm ready.
Oh. That was wicked. Oh my god, these fucking transitions back and forth.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, it's like a massive hex core. Damn, that's one tough ass mirror. Oh! Wow! Oh! Whoa! Oh, what the fuck? Oh! Oh! It's causing all of the hex tech to actually malfunction. Oh no. What timing? Whew. Oh! God damn, man. Oh, wait, will she even be able to? Whoa! Will she even be able to fire her ult then? Dude, this is fucking wicked. Yeah, no, she can't. It malfunctioned right on her. Damn. Dude, this animation is so beautiful. What is even happening, dude? Wow, dude. So imagine had they came down here with an army locked and loaded with nothing but hex tech, what would have happened? Oh! Oh! Ooh, not a kill shot, but she lost a finger.
Go on. I'm ready. I'm glad it's you. Had to be you.
Oh.
What are you? Get off me. Get away from her. Move, Kate. She's a child. Move. She's not getting away again. Kate.
Oh! Whoa!
Move, Kate.
Oh God, that had me for a second. But they are gonna get away.
No, this isn't how it's supposed to.
Oh, there went that mural for Jana. Oh, wow. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, the birds are leaving. Wow. Gassing the top side. But Jinx was like, no, this wasn't how it was supposed to go. Maybe she was planning to just die here, though.
You stopped me. I shouldn't have had to. I had the shot. That was a kid. What have you missed?
I wasn't going to miss.
What's wrong with you?
I keep telling myself that you're different. But you're not.
Oh, come on.
It's blood in your veins.
Then why are you the one acting like her?
Oh! Come on, guys. I get it, man. Like, she is tunnel visioned on vengeance. But Vi, I mean, I have to side with Vi in this case. The possibility of her missing, unlikely. But the fact that she's willing to put that child at risk like that is still, it just is soul crushing, man. How much this has changed her, how much it's affecting her judgment, her morals even. Not to mention whatever the hell is going on down in the basement here. What the, wait, what the hell?
Alora, what's wrong?
Oh no, is she going to exorcist? Oh! Ooh, yep. Oh. Wait, she just fucking teleported her out of there. That answers part of my question that I think the other person was just a vessel for whoever this is that's hunting her mother down to talk through.
Yesterday, I met with your guild merchant Amirah when 2 Zaunite assassins fell upon us. I tried to save her. The blade pierced her heart. It's time to end this. Half your council is dead. Your memorial is made a massacre. Wrath must be met with wrath. You must declare martial law. Appoint a general to lead until this threat is vanquished. Someone who will not pale when faced with Zaun's degeneracy. Whose house has always stood for progress. Who may consider my experience and my entire detachment of Noxian soldiers at their disposal. Until all our families are safe. Caitlyn Kiramman.
Wow. Well, he thought it was going to be him. All of that is on her shoulders now.
Vengeance for your son.
Oh, God damn it. It was her. Oh. She's made. That's so fucked. I hate that I called that. That's so infuriating. The Undercity and the top side, Piltover, are just pieces of her game. She's exacerbating all of this to just get what she wants out of it in the end. And Caitlyn is just a fucking pawn, and she's gonna be too rattled to realize it.
Your mother will have justice. I swear it.
Damn. Dude. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for him to wake up. God, man. What is happening? It's good TV. Don't get me wrong. It is just infuriating. But that's the point, you know? That's because I'm invested, because our people are being played and puppeteered for someone else's game. You know, Mel is looking into her mother's past, what actually happened with her brother, why she's still here, why she's lingering, why she's invested in cohorting with these other people within this society's upper echelon. You know, what is going on? What is her game? Just to find out that I wasn't pulling that conspiracy out of my ass. She actually did work with that mother from down under to stage that attack, to push people forward, egging people on to kind of take a charge, take a stand, to push back and fight, because she needs things to escalate. She needs this hex tech. She needs a way to fight back against whatever is stalking her, whatever witch is hunting her down. And I have an inkling of who I think it is. Lore-wise, I don't know that much, but there's some visual cues that reminisce of a character I've played a time or two. Hey guys, editing on me here real quick. I want to just kind of poke in and say, I think I actually know who this might be. In hindsight, who I was thinking of in the moment, not it. Almost 100% confident who I was thinking in the moment is not it. I think I know who it is. I think it starts with an L. It could very well be someone else, but I don't know their lore deep enough to understand what's going on. Like this vacuum that opens up, this possession that is occurring here across these spaces where she's hunting. Because I think it's pretty clear, at least with this last little thing, where Mel was here with her little confidant who she had spying on her mother and trying to track what she's been up to. She got like possessed. Earlier before, I wasn't sure if that, you know, that merchant leader, the one that met with her there, Amirah, was actually secretly a witch or the witch, or it was speaking through her. But I think that gives us an answer there. But whatever reach she has, whatever reach this entity has, though, is able to possess whoever it wants and just scooped up Mel. She's just bloop, gone. So that just makes this whole thing with the sisters even more tragic, because it is just exacerbated by a third party that doesn't give two shits about either side, is just pitting them endlessly against one another, and also using Caitlyn's mother's death to manipulate Caitlyn, who already is just unstable at this point. Like, she is foaming at the mouth for vengeance. You know, she needs to satiate this. She's losing herself in all this, you know, like Vi said, is like, hey, this whole ordeal has changed so many people in my life. I can't let it change you. And she's been pushing, she's been escalating, she's been kicking things up way more than she ever would have before. Caitlyn was the sense of morality in her entire precinct, like the only uncorrupt cop up until that point because of everything with Marcus, you know. She had a strong sense of justice, but this act has pushed her over the edge. She's putting people in harm's way. Even if she could have made that shot with that child covering Jinx, you know, the fact that she was even considering putting that kid's life on the line shows how far she's gone from where she started off, how far this endeavor has taken her. And now, because Vi was like, hey, maybe you probably shouldn't take a shot while there's a kid right there. He's like, why did you stop me? Even if she talked to, it was like, hey, I won't stop you. You need to do what you need to do. Take the shot if you get the shot. And when she has this opportunity, it becomes a little bit more messy. It's not that clear. And she's like, hey, no, maybe we need to try this another way. But then Caitlyn just sees this as her yet again defending her sister when she has her dead to rights. Hey guys, Editing Omni here. I wanted to chime in on this little point here because in the interim, after having recorded this and the time it's taken me to edit this, I have seen some discussions around this, some heated discussions around this particular topic about some people thinking Vi crossed the line, that it's just Vi yet again coming up with another excuse to protect her sister, to keep Caitlyn from exacting this vengeance, when I think she's perfectly reasonably being concerned about what Caitlyn is trying to do. Like, sure, Caitlyn has proven time and time and again previously that she can hit her shot. She is a master marksman. However, counterpoint, since this happened, she has been anything but stable. Like, everything in this episode is showing how she's just escalating, how she's becoming basically the enforcers that Vi feared all this time. Like, she's being forceful, she's being overly aggressive. We've seen the way she's treating the Undercity folk as well, criminal or not. And this child, she was willing to bet on herself while this child is between her and her target. Sure, I think under normal circumstances, she would definitely have made that shot regardless. However, just earlier, we saw her completely hallucinate. Like, she saw one of those little clown made up, like, neon chalked up little like cardboard cutouts that didn't look anything like Jinx, and she saw Jinx. It wasn't Jinx. So she's, one, not even focusing right now. She's twitchy, and she had the shot just a second ago and missed. She got her finger. Like, all of this was available for her to shoot, but she only hit her finger. And that you could write off as like it was the hex tech that was haywire, and so it threw off her shot. Well, guess what? They don't even know what the hell is going on right now and why their weapons are doing that. Yet she still wants to risk it in this moment. For all she knows, it's going to rubber band all the place. She's going to blow Vi's brains out. There's no sense in doing this right now when the window of opportunity is so small and the window for hitting an innocent child is so big. You know, again, I think Caitlyn on a level head could make the shot, no problem. 100% of the time, 10 times out of 10, I think she'd do it. Right now, the way her head is, the way she's been acting, and the evidence from this episode and the previous ones since all of this, I don't know that she would. Otherwise, I do think she would have when she shot her finger. Instead, that would have been her brain all over that wall. But I don't know, man. And again, I just want to go back because when they raided that little hidey hole where they gassed Jinx out, she hallucinated. I don't trust Caitlyn to make this kind of call right now, and I don't think this had anything to do with Vi putting her sister above Caitlyn in this moment, personally. I do think Vi was a little rattled that Jinx decided to just resign herself to defeat, and I do think that Jinx was, I think I'll talk about this a little bit later in the video, or at least some point kind of touch upon this idea, but in hindsight, I do think Jinx's plan was to die here, and she wanted Vi to do it. When she said, I need to take care of the last bit of family that I have left, I think she was talking about herself. I think she meant to go out. Another thing I don't think I touch upon about this, I touch on in the comments, is that I do find it really interesting that the cycle of orphan and then parent figure is continued on with her. Like this little kid that keeps following her no matter what she does. And also, I didn't realize that was the kid earlier in the previous episode that threw the cupcake grenade. I didn't put that together quite clearly. Got called out on that a lot. So I'm just going to acknowledge that right here. But she's got this kid just kind of following her around, looking up to her and helping and protecting her and stuff like that. Literally putting her life on the line right here because she did the same for her. That's what happened when she got abandoned. And Silco was in a similar position. He was betrayed by his brother. He was betrayed by the closest person in his life. And it was taking on Jinx that changed him and made him worry not so much about expansion, but just about keeping everybody resigned to themselves. You know, hey, he did what he needed to do to make a statement or whatever, but everything was about protecting what he had. And even that little statement too, when he was talking to Vander's statue, and he's talking about, now I think I kind of get it. You know, I wanted to protect her by any means necessary by this point. I know what it's like. I know what you were going through. Now I think it's just her turn to now be, or maybe even have that revelation that Silco did with this kid. You know, find purpose in this kid, in what this means going forward for her and for even her people possibly. Because right now, I think the whole thing is like she's lost everything and she doesn't feel like there's anything for her to hold on to or to build or to fix. And maybe this could turn her into that revolutionary that we see in the intro, waving the flag, and like in the trailer when we see a mural painted up to her. I think that's really interesting. And I'm pretty sure I don't talk about a majority of that in this. This is all stuff that I've kind of been thinking over the last couple of days since I've recorded this. So anyway, we're going to move on. And now that's just pushed this rift between these two. And that rift is being manipulated and used here. That entire fight sequence and that set piece. And I love that they're using other champions as lore. Because, I mean, some of them very much so are like this story of Janna, the Windbringer, or whatever the hell they said, you know, especially down here, that would be like somebody to look up to. We saw her painting on some of the alleyways and the lanes. Some people were gathered around it, you know, even like touching the mural and praying to it almost. And being down here, like this wind deity would be something you would want to look up to and hope would come to save you from this noxious gas that is just poisoning your lungs. And I like that that's kind of like this fable they kind of gathered around, and it being like the set piece for this battle between, you know, Caitlyn and her crew and Jinx and Sevika. And the imagery there was so good. And then we learned that, you know, this arcane like infection, this corruption that is kind of spreading out, while yes, it is not directly connected to the hex core itself within Viktor, he's become kind of a conduit to the other side. It's because of their constant callings. I like the way they explained it as well, the different types of manifestation of this energy. And the fact that they've been tampering with it all this time, sending these messages. In some places, it is weaker than others. You know, that veil between, like it's like this pool of energy that exists out there parallel to our own, and we just kind of call. Some places have little like punctures in the veil between those two planes. The fact that they keep calling upon it with this hex tech, with these gemstones, you know, has caused it to respond in kind. It has led it to bleed over and spill and respond in its own way. And then when they went down to the base of the hex gate itself and found, you know, where they had it housed, and it's just this massive fucking sphere of this thing, and it just starts just chaotically interacting and fritzing out all the hex tech in the middle of that fight was beautiful. Just surreal animation there in the middle of this already tense fight was just so well done. The visual spectacle throughout this episode was beautiful. The editing, the way we cut between those two events as they were simultaneously affecting one another was beautifully done. And the fact too that because they thought that this burying this thing all the way down here would cause, you know, not so bad effects for everybody. They got it away from the top side and they thought they buried it deep enough to keep it away from causing any damage to the lanes. But as Ekko pointed out, this whole system controls their air, their water flow, all of that. So it still has been affecting its people. My God, man. I don't know what to expect, man. This whole thing took a complete turn. Like, this has escalated beyond all of this. Like, this has gone so far beyond just this feud between the top side and the Undercity at this point. And still, meanwhile, we still have Singed creating this monstrosity. I don't know how that's going to come into play, how that's going to feed into what is happening in this story. How's that going to find itself here? And going back to like the whole thing with Vi and Jinx as they were facing off, you know, when Jinx did hit the ground, she did kind of concede, you know, to letting Vi take her out. Like, let the suffering end. Let this all end. She was just like, hey, if it's going to be anybody, I'm glad it's you. And she just was going to take it till that child got in the way, showing that Jinx can be a beacon for the downtrodden down here, that she can be this symbol. It's interesting. There's these different perceptions. And this is like not even something that Jinx even perceives for herself. She's even confused. She's like, what are you doing? Why are you, get out of the way, kid? Like, and then she even said in this moment as this thing was blowing up, as Sevika, you know, ignored Caitlyn and them and just went straight to that giant seal of Janna where they had those explosives rigged up. As she was breaking that down to set it off to trigger this explosion, Jinx was like, this wasn't how this was supposed to go. Which makes me just wonder, like, what was supposed to happen? Were all those bombs set up for show? Did you not mean for those to go off? Was it just to continue to paint yourself as the villain just so that she can be justified in taking you out? It was heading that route, and she was resigning herself. Was that the plan? Was just to enter the silence, put on one last show so that Vi wouldn't feel guilty for taking her out? Was she just trying to end it there? Or was she wanting to go through with it? And maybe there's another point of view that I'm not registering at the moment, where she was just like, this wasn't how it was supposed to go when Sevika set off the explosives. We've entered whole new territory, man, with this show at the moment. And so much of it has caught me off guard. Like how much like Ambessa has kind of taken a major role here. And I was always wondering in season 1, like where that was going to go, like what that was going to build up to. But it is completely, not completely, but it was mostly hijacked. A lot of this main story is that her bringing this baggage here and kind of manipulating these tensions between these two cities just to manufacture artificially this situation that will, in the end, hopefully benefit her to protect her from whatever forces she's angered and is running from. Like all of our drama, all of our stakes, all of our pain, our loss, and everything here between these two cities is just a stepping stone for her to get out of whatever mess she's in. Both sides have become her pawns as she's manipulating this game. And Caitlyn, because of her like lust for revenge, doesn't see that she's being played. With Mel out of the picture too, taken by whatever force this is, before she can reveal what she's learned, we're just falling right into this trap. It's heartbreaking, man. How does this show keep just twisting the knife? Anyway, fantastic first act. It left us in a really bleak spot heading into the subsequent ones, but then again, so did Act 1 last time. What am I talking about, you know? What am I talking about? Bleak spots. That's just what this show does. Anyway, guys, that's kind of all I got right now. Let me know what you guys thought, how you're feeling. Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, Leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you're a member of the channel and get you access as well. And speaking of before you go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Benny Sherritt, York Korskov, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Contrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crockett, and Watchtower. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.